Hey all, wanted to show you something here. I have a pipe coming out of the wall here and never paid it much attention. I noticed that it had a little water out it, but it's right around the hose here, so I didn't think anything of it. And over time, the puddle started getting a little larger and a little larger. Well, it turns out, and I think at some level I really knew this, the pipe is actually the pressure relief valve line. Don't know what's going on over there. It's a pressure relief line. So if my water heater ever explodes, that's what the pressure relief valve is there to prevent. The water will come through the line and come out here. So the reason this is still real wet is because I got the broom or the scrub broom and broomed it down and then washed it with the hose. And so right now I'm not seeing any water coming out, which is okay. I wouldn't expect to because I just replaced the pressure relief valve, and I'm going to show you what that's about. Although this is not a how-to video, it's just well, I don't know. I guess it's kind of a how-to, except you don't get to see the steps. I just tell you about them. And it's not difficult. It's super simple. The first thing you have to do is go turn the water off to the house, unless you have reliable. This is in the hallway. Got a closet here, and I think I have. Yeah, I think I have a little. Well, I don't need to get in because this is where it is. This is the pressure relief valve. Sometimes you'll find the pressure relief valve on top. Sometimes it's on the side. At some point when the previous owner had this unit installed, they changed. I don't even know where it used to be, but they put it in here next to the air conditioner. And so here it is. Anyway, what happened was when I took the old one out, and I don't even know what I did with it now, but when I took the old one out, I had gone to the local hardware store and gotten this little replacement valve. This is brass, and this is the pressure relief valve. This is the test nozzle here. I could, or handle, I could press up on that and cause some water to come out. Then this is a 3/4 inch nipple, and then this is a 3/4 inch, looks like stainless steel connection line, and it goes down to the pipe that you saw on the front porch. And so what I did was I turned the water off and I opened up some other faucets in the house to relieve pressure and started taking the old one out. And when I took it out, which was okay, no problem at all, got a little bit of leakage out of here, but not very much. I just put a towel down there. It's gone now, but I put a towel down there to catch any leakage, which they did a great job. When I started to put the new one in, it turned out that this piece is threaded, but it didn't extend far enough into this hole. So I went out and got a 3/4 inch coupling and a 3/4 inch. This is actually a 4-inch 4-inch nipple. I could have gone, in retrospect, I could have gone with a probably 3, maybe a 2.5. But anyway, it's a 4-inch, or actually it's a 4.5. They didn't have a 4-inch in stock. So I got that, got this, put some Teflon tape on both ends of it. Now this side is pressurized. So once I turned the water back on and closed the pressure relief pressure valves around the house that were letting pressure out, I got this installed, turned the water back on, and there's no leaks, and that's the way it's supposed to be. No leaks coming out of here, none in here or here. This side is low pressure. In fact, there's no pressure at all because there should never be water in here. That's why I had to change this out, because the old one was giving up the ghost. So anyway, it's really very simple. Now, I did have to get my pipe wrench and a couple of really large water pump pliers to get this little nipple out of the old one, because these are new. Like I said, these are new. But to get this one out, I had to take it out and put it in the vise. I put this piece in the vise and then took my monkey wrench, or my pipe wrench, and got this one off of the old piece and put it on here. That's where it is. The old one is out in my shop. So anyway, then I hooked this thing back up. You don't need Teflon on this side here is not important, because this is, again, no pressure, no water supposed to be in there. But I did it anyway, just for safety's sake. So that's it. It's very simple to do. It took me about, other than the second trip back to the store, I think this one ran about 26 bucks. This is December 24, late December, close to the first of the year. And this one was 27 bucks, I think, including tax. They had another one. This one is a universal one, and the other one might have been bigger. I didn't check. It was like 32 bucks, and I said, well, this one will do, and it's doing fine. So that's the challenge right there, is you don't know whether you're going to need these things or not. But a good pipe wrench or large, might even a large crescent wrench would have taken this off, because it's got flat sides here. So that's it. Take it out. Make sure that you disconnect this piece first. Then you take this piece out. No, let's back up. Number one, turn off the water. If you have reliable on and off valves for the water heater, then you don't have to go outside and turn the water off. These on this water heater are not reliable. I've tried before when I've done some other things with the water heater, and they don't shut off the supply. So until I change them, I just go out to the front and turn the water off out there. So turn the water off, disconnect this piece so you're able to turn this piece around. Then you turn this piece around to take it out, obviously lefty-loosey. Take it out, put the new one in, and put it down like that. Now, again, this is where you have to have either do these in advance or pull the old one out and compare it to your new one and see if it's the same. If it's the same, you go right back in. If not, put the old one back in and then go get pieces like this if you need to. Then to go the other way, once you get these put together with Teflon tape, or they've got Teflon, liquid Teflon, it's kind of a paste, then you put the whole thing back, this whole thing back in when you pull the old one out. And then you put this thing in, and then you attach this thing back up there. Whatever method you've got. If you don't have one of these flex hoses on your, assuming you have a drain line, I think they're always, code requires that you have a line like this that's going to carry the water outside. This one, they literally just drilled a hole in the wall, dropped it down to floor level, because this is an elevated platform here to allow for the air to go up into the air handler. Then they just dropped it down to the floor, went over, drilled a hole in the outside wall, and then you saw the pipe outside. But it's always supposed to be vented to the outside, unless, of course, you're in a garage, maybe there's a floor drain in the room or whatever. So code in your area may be different, but if you don't have, if it is vented to the outside, you might need to invest in one of these flex tubes just for your own convenience, because if what happened was that they put it together and glued it up as they were putting it together, then you may have to cut this line. Just use a hacksaw unless you have one of those specially made cutters for PVC. In which case, now you're talking about a couple of additional pieces here and some primer and glue. This is running way longer than I intended to. I apologize for the length of the video, but that's it in a nutshell. How to change out the pressure relief valve if it starts leaking.